Today on my channel, Planner Friends, let's dive into two of my favorite planner spaces, my Mini Happy Planner and my Filofax Pocket Planner. I use these in tandem, so planning in both of them at once makes sense. Why don't you pull a cup of something, coffee, tea? I'm drinking Lipton, right? Yeah, Lipton black tea today, and it's a fairly sunny, sometimes cloudy day, but I'm just so glad to be with you today. So let's dive in, friends. Please stay tuned. Hello, planner friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo. My name's Dolores, and well, I love all things planning. I'm also integrating sewing onto my channel. You know what? I'm just happy to be here with you. Let's just say that. If you're new, join my growing community. What a lovely group we have here. It just makes my heart sing. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the gift of your time and your presence. Alrighty, so as I said in the intro, I use these two in tandem. This is the first year I've been using Mini Happy planners, and I love them. Okay, I just love them. I have a mini faith journal in a Mini Happy planner, and I have this one. Now, I did, I don't know, it was sometime, I guess, September, they had a sale, and I bought this one for next year for $8. Now, I'm already putting ideas in here, but by the time I start using it in January, 6 months, will be done. So I'm not sure. I'm getting ideas. I'm writing down ideas of how I'm going to use this and so on. But in the meantime, we are in this little happy space. The cover is from Happy Cover Girl Co. on Etsy. She's fabulous. I will link her below. Just a wonderful, wonderful shop. And if you see something that's just listed, say it was a classic and you want a mini, message her and she can do some magic. Trust me. This is just from Joann's. I miss Joann's. And my Michael's is not going to have fabric, unfortunately. So I'm a little sad. It's like Joann's is gone. That's bad enough. And now, no, sorry. Alrighty, so let me show you where we are for this month. What I decided to do this month was to ink a little bit in here. And then I'm using these stickers. This is my sticker subscription from Chrissy Ann Designs, which I love. It's very cheerful, very, very fun. And I added a tip in. I'm doing a tip in every week this month. I've already picked out the one for this coming next week, I should say. And it's, basically, some people say self-care. I call it a little things matter list, low or no cost things. So the first week I eat lunch out, library time, tea out, daytime reading. I'm usually reading, after a long day, I'm reading at night in bed. And well, when my cat's not interrupting me, at least one of them. And I did those and that was good. This week, here we are. And I smear. I need to get better pens for some of these stickers. But so far, okay, baked cookies, check. Time downtown. I still have to go for thrifting, but I had tea and lunch. And I'm taking a day off to do whatever I feel like doing. Imagine that. Whew. And so that made me happy. And all I did this time was I just added a little bit of the goldenrod ink. So now I want to take these out. And yeah, so I want to talk to you a little bit about things I'm thinking for how I'm planning next year. Obviously, I'm going to be using another mini like I showed you. I've got my silicone mat here. This is from scrapbook.com. This mat is worth everything. I use it extensively. I happen to love playing with inks and stamping and all of that. And part of the reason, if you want the true confessions, is that it's a creative way to utilize your planners without feeling like you're spending a lot of money. It's a very inexpensive way to do it. These are, ironically, I got at Joann's a while ago. I'm still bummed. I hold a grudge. I still miss stores that have closed besides Joann's. That just hits kind of hard. My mother actually worked at Joann's for a number of years. My mother passed away in August, and So I guess maybe that's part of it. Like I think of her and, my mom, we used to tease my mom. She worked in all different kinds of craft stores and we're like, fabric. And she was an avid sewer, which is why I'm adding sewing to my channel, kind of paying her homage. Anyway, the joke in the family is like, Mom, are you working to make money or are you working to pay for your fabric? Anyway. Yes. So what I'm thinking about next year is to add some new sections into my mini. What I did, see, I watch a lot of YouTube. I do. You know what? I'm one of those who likes to watch it on the television in part because I see so poorly that the big screen makes a huge difference. And, yeah. So I've been looking and thinking, and what am I going to do? So I watched a variety of videos and got some ideas about adding different types of tracking into my planner. I do have a menu planning section, and that I want to keep, certainly. But I also feel like I could add some other food thing. I don't know, wellness maybe. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at ideas and, I try not to stress about next year. And I'm on this kick where if the space does not bring me joy, don't want any part of it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that's okay. And, I know a lot of people love the bound book planners, nothing wrong with that. I like the discs and I like the rings because of the customization, which is what I'm talking about doing in the planner. Like I want to make it even more customized next year. And I'm thinking about those 6 months of inserts that I'm not going to be using as they're dated. I might repurpose them in the planner in different ways. So that's something, I've been given some thought to. I think I better rinse this. Alrighty, friends, just cleaned up a little bit. Lord, your girl lives on hot tea. I really do. I expect where we live, it's going to start snowing by the end of the month. So lots of hot tea then. Anyway, so I'm thinking, let me say this. I'm less looking at new products than I am new ways of planning, if that makes sense to you. That's where my mind is a bit for next year. Sorry. And so I'm going to think more about it. But those are some thoughts that I have. Like I can get this without there. We go. So I'll see what I do, but it's just some thoughts I've had because I feel like I want to plan smarter and buy less and repurpose more. This year I made a commitment to support more small makers, and I'm really proud that I'm doing that. But going into next year, I want to continue to do that. That's really important to me. I recently, do you destash your planners? I recently did. I destashed a lot actually, and if you want the truth, I'm really happy about it. I don't know if that's going to make sense to anyone but me. Getting, selling things or gifting them or giving them away, donating them. I did it before we moved, and I just did it again. And I think, I guess I'm in my Marie Kondo era, if you would call it that. I don't know. I just feel like, whoosh, get rid of it all. So much prettiness in here, so much prettiness with these stickers. So let's play a little and just have some fun. You know what I did not do? I didn't do the dates yet. So let me do some dates here. I think we'll use these. These are pretty. Do you, are you into Halloween? I like children, so I like seeing the kids come and all of that. I don't know, we're in a new place, but I have a feeling we're going to get inundated. So I'm trying to every week buy a little bit of candy for the kids. Just, I don't know. I feel like that in and of itself brings me joy. And happiness. And I'm kind of in, I think in part because of my mom's passing, but I'm in an era now of like, if it doesn't bring me joy, no thank you. Step aside. Don't need it. Really, that's how I've been feeling as of late. And no apologies, no, well, I could, no. It's not about being selfish. It's just about saying, and let me say this for what it's worth. I assume most people watching this are women. We're trained in many ways to put others before us. And so if you find yourself in the era like I am of saying no, it's really quite empowering, and it doesn't make you unreasonable. It doesn't make you anything except, you're caring for yourself. And that's just a thought. Just a thought. I'm not preachy. I'm not saying, oh, we need to. No, you need to be you. I need to be me. But in this era where I am kind of doing my own thing, I'm really, really enjoying that and feeling better, markedly better about things. And I do think a major loss or a major life change, well, we've had 2 this year. We moved back across the country, and then my mom. So 2 big life changes like that. My son went back to school. So there's that. I mean, there's a lot going on. Thankfully, he's doing well. His major is really science heavy, so he's kind of slammed with it, but it's good. It's what he should be doing, and he's happy. And that, of course, makes me happy and relieved at the same time. So anyway, Lordy. I like Chrissy Ann's stickers. They're very thick, very vinyl. I like that this is seasonal. I would like more seasonal kits. I'm not criticizing her, believe me. I think she's wonderful. But I like seasonal stuff. So yeah, the new kit is kind of funky. It's not seasonal, but it's about growing up in the 90s. That was kind of fun. So I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll figure it out. Right now, I saved this kit purposely for October because I thought, okay, I definitely need this. Now, some of these I might even be able to use come November. All right, I'm going to put these off to the side. Not going to use those. Done with the dates. We have all these fun critters. I don't know. I might use some of these. We'll see. We have all of this. So I didn't use any of these. So, okay, I can use some of these. I have the small boxes. Did I use small boxes? No, I used circles last week. I do like white space in my planning. That's just a me thing. Because, yeah, I don't. Some people make like everything's covered. I don't know that I can do that, but that's okay. We each bring what we can to the table, and what we can't do, we don't do, right? And so for me, yeah, I need some white space. That's a definite kind of. Some of these you can pick up, some of these are harder, but that's okay. Next week, well, I have 2 more weeks in here, so I think I'm going to use like a reddish color ink next week, and then maybe a brown for the following one. We'll see. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, it's straight enough. Straight enough, friends. Let's do this one. I like this green. It's kind of funky. There we go. Alrighty. And I think we're going to put this one right. Maybe. No, we're going to put it down here. Okay, I think that's good for boxes. Now we can have some fun. These are so cute. Seriously, fall deco is hands down my favorite. All right, I've been doing a lot of mushrooms in one of my other planners. There's those. There's the trees. There's the wheat. There's the sunflowers. I like the sunflowers. By the way, I don't know about you, but our heat's already on. So if you hear it in the background, that's the heat. I want to look at last week. Okay, last week and then this week I did some sweaters. I don't want to be too redundant. That's all I'm looking at. It's fall, y'all, which is what the tip-in says, but that's fine. We can take one of these. Maybe put it right here. Ooh, the heat's loud. Sorry about that, friends. And we want to put, do we want to put more words, quotey things in here, up here? I think I'll leave most of the critters, although I do like these. Yeah, these could be cool. Yeah, let's do the scarecrows. Why not? Really cute. Super cute. Cute, cute. We're not going, I'm going back at the end of the month for my mom's service, but we're not planning on any like vacation or anything. Just, you know, getting through life here, I guess you could say. And oh, this is funny. It was started to get cold, and that's when I unpacked my long sleeves. And I'm really, this is bad. I'm doing it bit by bit by bit. I just don't have it in me to do too much at a time, if that makes sense. So yeah, slowly but surely, friends. Okay, I would like to add some more items. The question is what? Okay, let's go back to these. I did not use any of these. I like the sunflowers, and I think those fit in nicely here. So why don't we add a sunflower over here? No, we're gonna put you here. And what can I put down here? Kind of, I think some of these I feel like I want to save for some of the redder inks or the deeper inks, if that makes sense. Anyway, so as I was saying about next year, I want to make the planner work even more efficiently per our life and to make it a little more useful in some ways. It is useful now, but I'm looking at different ways to track things. You know, like I said, wellness is something I think about a bit, and I wouldn't mind adding in here. Yeah, I have all these thoughts about what I could do, what I might do. And the truth of the matter is, whatever I do, I think will work. But I love the fact that instead of wasting those 6 months of inserts, my idea is to really repurpose them and to play with them and to bring them out and, you know, have fun with them, if you will, and you reuse them. And so that's my era right now. I'm in the era of repurposing and so forth. Okay, I guess I'll leave him there. I feel like I need a little bit of something else, and I'm not even sure what that something else might be. Let's see here. It's pretty. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty. And like I said, I'll have the tip in, and that helps. I have these circles. I could use some of these circles maybe. Here, you know what? Oh, these tiny circles. Yeah. Those are things that you don't think about, and then suddenly you're like, why didn't I use them? I have a bunch of them, so I'll use some of those, I think. Put one here, right? Put one over here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put two over here. These are a little bigger down here, but that's okay. We can use the bigger one. No problemos, can't we? Maybe. Or, you know what I could do? I know what I could do. I'll take the smaller one and put one here. And, yeah, that's what we'll do. And one down here. Okay. And then we put one over here. That works. It's cute, isn't it? All right, I think we're good there, and I still have, goodness, look at all these I have left. That's a lot. Is there more I should add? Gosh, you know, like I feel like I'm never going to use these stickers up. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. I have some leaves and so forth I could add in. You know what? Let's add in a few leaves and accoutrements. So, anyway. I would love to know what you're thinking about in terms of planning and next year and all the things and what you think you'll do. For me, like I said, I'm looking to work smarter and really make the planner, what am I trying to say? Really make it so that it's, yeah, it'll work. It'll work. I know it'll work, but in different ways. I'm even looking at, for example, okay, I use Pinterest a lot. And I was thinking about how can I get some of the recipes off of Pinterest and then add them in a space instead of a separate recipe book. And I think I might do that because For example, there we lived where we used to live was very rural, and going out wasn't easy and not always fun by the time you'd get there and so forth. So there were things that we took for granted. Now we can get them here, but I make them now, like bagels or spinach artichoke dip or fried rice, things like that. So now I make these things, and yeah, they're becoming staples. I'm gonna wait to write everything in here because I want to get into this beauty. Oh, it's a Filofax Finsbury Coral, which I purchased a year or two ago on Amazon, and it was really inexpensive. You have to watch Amazon because Amazon will lower prices, but it's like a periodic, semi-periodic thing. Okay, so here we have this week, and so far so good. Okay, and what I do, if you're new here, what this is, okay, let's try this again. This space here is a detailed version of our home. Oh, and I need to remember to put this in here. This is detailed. This is just one or two main things every day. This goes with me. Truthfully, that wasn't my original intent. My original intent was to carry this mini with me, but it's harder to do if you want the truth, so I don't do it. And I just bring this out and about, and I love this little space. All right, so I used a combination of some Simply Gilded. Okay, I already decorated it. Whew, that makes it easier. Okay, so really all we have to do yet in both of these is plan. So you know what? In that case, I'm going to go get my punch for this. So I've got a Happy Planner punch, and I just come in here and do this. And then what I do is I take some leftover sheet that I just could be lined or not, and I just cut it to put it over this to make the list. Just anything I've got on hand. Really, that's all it is, so I can see my writing. And that may be a little big, so it's a little big, yeah. And it's not straight because I never cut anything straight. I should use a cutter, but you know what, really? For a little list like this, I think I'll live. Okay, which reminds me, I need to buy some more Tombows. The adhesive. I use these like crazy, but I love them. So yeah, they're on my Amazon list, incidentally. Okay, the question is, what little things am I going to think about for next week? And this one here, it's a little bit over, so I think, no, I don't think I can pick it up, so I'm just going to trim it down, even if it's uneven. Yeah, close enough. That's good. Alrighty, so what are we going to do here? How are we going to do this? Let me think here a minute, friends. Alrighty, friends, I think I'm set. Now, it's catch-up day for Monday, and I'm going to do some baking and sewing. You know, this is in between work and other things, but that's okay. Library time and sewing time on Tuesday. Game night. That's something new that I added into my Little Things Matter list. I'll show you. Game night. I picked up a new game, and we'll have that, and that'll be fun. Phone calls, bills, meal plan, dinner out, trying a Chinese place in our new city, and that'll be fun. Exercise, next sewing video ideas, groceries. We're going to a potluck on Friday night, and that'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm making, my contribution is going to be pesto pasta. It'll be fun. I'm giving us a pajama day on Saturday. Fun food. Sometimes we'll do that where it's like, you know, you have a few appetizers, you have some dips, you have some chips, and that's lunch or dinner or whatever. That will be fun. Church and family time. There's an arcade I've been dying to get to. There's a chain called Pizza Ranch. I've never been to Pizza Ranch. I think it'll be fun, but they also have an arcade there that I want to go to. Now, this little cute list, my Little Things Matter for next week, are to browse sewing patterns. Now, I've purchased a number of sewing patterns, but I'm looking for something specific. So I'm going to look online, and I think one of these videos, there's been a big shakeup in the pattern company, so I may talk about that in one of my videos right when I start doing it, but it ended up being good. But Extra walks outside before that, snow flies. That's something I've been trying to prioritize, in between my freelance work and everything else I'm doing. Phone calls instead of text. Phone calls, pick up the phone, okay? Texting's easy, but you lose a lot in that. And then, of course, I added the game night in, which I guess is kind of cheating, but maybe not. So what I'll put in here, just to show you how this works, I'll just use this pen. I'll leave that one there, is I go through. So I know Monday is catching up. What are my priorities Monday? Sewing and baking. Okay, and I will get my exercise in, but it's, and then I'm going to hit the library, which of course, and then sewing, and I'm going to put game night just to have some fun, right? What sometimes would throw me off is the Monday is here and the Monday is here, like the space is here, the space is down there, so I have to think about when, and I didn't show you this. I'm going to go and look through our winter clothes and see what needs to go. I did that in marker. It doesn't look real dark. Winter clothes. And yes, I'm going to start on Christmas and holiday gift ideas. October 15th, time to start, okay? Because it's slightly more than 2 months away. And I really think that's going to, I'm looking for that, forward to that, right? And I'm going to put gift ideas. I want to start now, and I may, if I can get good enough, I think I'm going to try to make a gift or two with sewing, and that makes me so nervous but happy. Right? I'm just, and then I'm going to put potluck dinner. I can't wait for that. And I'm going to put PJ day. Relax. And then Sunday, church. I know, a lot of my planning, I know, is the same every week, although, as I said, I'll be going back home soon. It's good. I mean, I do want to see my father, obviously. I want to spend a lot of time with her. I'm already telling him, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. He's like, okay. And now I like this in my cozy era here. So I kind of want to do a play on that here. So I'm going to put snuggles, snuggly, and warm. Which is kind of not saying a lot, but yet it's a nice sentiment for the week. Don't you think, friends? I don't know if I've planned or decorated. No, I haven't decorated beyond here. Okay. And I keep notes and I keep menu planning in there. I think we'll put this, I kind of want to, right here is good. Put these in. And again, I do have this section here. This is like a staples list of the pantry and so forth. This is meal planning. These are notes, but again, I'm thinking about other sections. One thing I did this year in here, I won't do next year. I did a what we're watching. I've seen people do that, and it's okay. I don't know that I get anything out of it, but it's nice to track it, but I don't think I'll be doing that again. But I have some ideas for sections, and do you track wellness? I'd love to hear it and what you do, because as I said, I'm thinking about reusing those inserts. Little things matter. Take care of yourself. Give yourself time. Get outside. Make phone calls. That's so hard, isn't it? We're in a texting society, and I hate that because it's not personal. Game night. I'm glad. We're adjusting to the new place. The fact that we're going to the potluck, that'll be a lot of fun. Is this coming off? Yeah, it is a little bit. We're going to the potluck. That and the fact that, he's meeting people, I'm meeting people, it's good. We're slowly getting acclimated, and for two nerdy introverts to socialize is a big deal. So we'd just as soon have more of this, pajama day at home and not socialize, but we're trying at least. All right, friends, I guess that's it for today. I think I'm going to, while I'm on with you, I think I'm going to make these a little darker. They're hard to see. I thought they'd come out. Yeah, winter. Oof. I want to go through, for example, make sure, nothing has a button missing, disrepair, a hem, anything that might need to be fixed, right? I mean, it's hard to believe, but winter's coming. And if I don't get on it, plus holiday. I need a better pen for these stickers, but that's okay. And as I said, I really think I'm going to try, if I can get this sewing going as I'm doing it now, I will try my best. All right, friends, cheerful little plan with me. And as I said, we've got 2 more weeks, which is like how. So I think next week I have a mulberry ink. I'll probably use the mulberry and then either the brown or this eggplant. But that'll be, that's for next week. All right, take care of yourselves. And incidentally, if you're feeling like you're behind, try 2 planners in tandem, because carrying this around is so easy, and having a more detailed outline, it really, it's made a big difference. And you know where else it's made a big difference, quite frankly, is my level of anxiety. That is way down, and boy, am I grateful for that. So it's fall, y'all. Have a great and wonderful day. And and I'll link the Happy Cover Girl Co. down below. Thanks again for being here, friends. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Bye now.